Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for chapter 2 of the Elusive Samurai. Thank you so much to Lee Cheer one more time to recommending me this series. You guys can find this on Shonen Jump if you're in the U.S. I don't know where you can find it elsewhere if you're outside of the U.S. But I think they have about 5 chapters out right now. They release them almost every Sunday, so it might be already past 5 by the time you see this video. But this is the second chapter review. I'm a little bit late on it, but pretty good series, to be honest. One of the harder things is the names. They don't have common Japanese names, and that's because it is kind of a history type of manga. Focus on a certain era, and I'm pretty sure they're using a lot of the accurate names that they would use back then. So that's why some of these names are a little bit harder to read. So please bear with me if I mess them up or if I change how I pronounce them. I am not Japanese. I don't claim to be fluent at all. So you can make fun of me all you want if you want. Okay, so before I do chapter 2, before I get to the second chapter review, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I've seen my analytics. A lot of you guys are watching but not subscribing. So please subscribe. You guys don't want to miss my chapter reviews as well as volume reviews and a bunch of other stuff that I release here. So make sure you guys subscribe. Give some love to this video. Comment, like, and share. You guys can also visit me on social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. All those you guys can find me there. And also go check out the first chapter review. A lot of people I have really been talking about this from what I've seen online now, so it is one that people are talking more about, and I can see why. The story is pretty good. Now I don't know how accurate all these details are to the actual history of these certain leaders, but I do think they're doing a good job at portraying the story as a ongoing story. So last we left off, our protagonist Tokiyuki essentially was saved from this huge massacre that one of the leaders of the armies of his father basically led, a rebellion. His name is Ashigakai. Anyways, he basically betrayed his dad and now is going off killing anyone and everyone who sided with him. In the beginning of this chapter, he essentially is trying to figure out if he wants to trust this priest who saved him. And he doesn't really know if he should. He's with 2 other kids. They're all dressed as priests, not because they were, but because they're using it as kind of like a way to hide from the crowd. Now, I don't know why these kids are doing that and why they're important, but I think eventually we'll find out. Obviously, Tokiyuki is remembering his family and is very hurt by what everything's doing. So he finally makes the question to Yorishige, the priest, and tells him, okay, how am I going to be able to seek revenge and be able to fight with my special ability of being elusive and, escaping when I have to escape? And Yorishige essentially tells him, I can show you how you're going to be able to do that, but you have to trust me. And while all this is happening, they overhear this conversation, and essentially this conversation is saying that Tokiyuki's brother, Koritoki, is actually dead now. And he's like, wait, that can't be true. He escaped with my uncle. He's not dead. So what ends up happening after his panic attack is he finds out this information, which is pretty horrid. The uncle essentially, in the hopes of being spared, which did happen, but also moving up in the leader chain, he gives up Yoritoki, who is really Tokiyuki's half brother, because his mom was actually a mistress of the leader, but not the point. Point is that he gives up the boy and the hopes of him moving up, but because they think he's scum, they basically just let him live. So the uncle then gets this passion of looking for Tokiyuki to kill him because he's actually the rightful heir to the throne, and he probably is worth more to these guys. So he makes it a mission to go seek for Tokiyoki and kill him. And I mean, this is horrible from a guy wanting to do this. So he essentially tries to go and kill him, and the end of the chapter is Tokiyoki is giving himself up, and then ends up that it's an ambush, and the kids that he was with, as well as the priest, are there, and they're going to attack his uncle. And the chapter really ends with just them about to start the fight, which I think was a bummer because I thought I really wanted to see the fight. So a few things here. Tokiyoki is essentially not getting rid of just all his family and every possession and everything close to him, but also those that he thought were his friends or loved ones actually are betraying him. So first we start in chapter 1 with Ashigaki, who was close to him. They were buddies, right? Because he's the army leader. He's protecting this family, but ends up betraying his dad and killing him and doing this horrible thing around the whole city. And then he has his uncle who, like, what a scumbag, right? Like, gives up a 9-year-old boy, Kurotoki, and essentially sees him beheaded, and he's okay with it. And he's like, you know what? I'll go and get the other kid, Tokiyoki, which I think he's around 12 or 13, I think, around in this story. I could be wrong around the age, but he is older by a few years, but still, nonetheless, a kid. And he's like, yeah, I'll get him. I'll let them kill him. Like, he has no remorse. He has no pity, which is why I think it's so befitting for them to portray him like a demon in the story. Because, yeah, he is a demon. He is power hungry, essentially. And when you are at his level, which basically is trashed, doesn't have anything, because the family that he was in power with now has no power. And the people that he wants to get power from won't give him the power. He's at the bottom of the chain. He wants to do anything just to get an ounce of power. And people like him, yeah, I can see why they portray him like a demon in the story. Like I said, a great chapter. It really hooked me. I really want to read chapter 3 next, so I'll see how soon I'll get you guys a review on that one. But for now, 8 out of 10. I think it's a great series. Go check it out. Again, 5 chapters of timer recording. Could be more by the time you see this video, but go check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for the love and support that you show this channel. If you have not done so, subscribe. I know some of you guys are watching, especially if you're up to this point. Please subscribe. Thank you for your love and support. Comment, like, and share. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.